Yes, gents, what's going on? So today's topic is, like, I've hit the wall, I've hit the plateau with my running. And now this, obviously, the plateau could be in terms of perhaps weight loss, or it could be actually in terms of time or performance, okay? The same principles still apply, and this sort of whatever it is, okay? Because perhaps you've been, like, running now through lockdown or a lot more, and again, you initially sort of started losing weight, because you're so active, like so perhaps when running 3-4 times a week, whatever, and then sort of your times came down as well. You shaving sort of a few minutes off this, say 10Ks, whatever you run in whatever your situation. Just sort of again take the principles and apply them to you. So yeah, it was all good for the first few weeks or perhaps a few months, or perhaps you started running this year, okay, and like I said, to slow down, okay, and then at the point you've hit like the block on your weight loss. Your weight was coming down nice on the scales, but then it stopped. It's been around there for the last sort of few weeks, few months. It's the same sort of thing with your performance as well. Your times are coming down, but now you just sort of like you can't get under like a certain barrier. You can't get under a certain minute. You can't get a certain time, whatever. You're still around the same numbers, okay. So what you have to understand is, first of all, what's happened is your body's just adapted to it. Your body's just adapted to that sort of stimulus, to that stress, to what that workload you've put on it, okay? In terms of weight loss, like the first time you did the run, it perhaps burned, 800 calories, whatever. So you went for like a 40-minute run and it burned 800 calories. And then what happens is your body likes to become efficient. It likes to sort of be able to do the same action with burning less calories, okay? So it doesn't expend as much, okay? So it can protect itself. So then over time, it's learned, I'll do the same run. I'll just burn 600 calories this time. After a few more weeks, I'll just burn 400 calories. Then it just burned to 200 calories. So what was sort of like perhaps, like a big calorie burn before, like the 40-minute jog, 30-minute jog you went on, and now it's perhaps been quartered, okay? Because again, the body's just got used to it, okay? It hasn't there's no new sort of thing to adapt to it. There's no progression. So that's why, again, it's just slowing down. It's not burning as much. It's not having as much an effect. So with your performance then as well, like sort of the times, again, it took you that like you did that in 45 minutes, and then you started coming down, and then just like, nope, like you're not getting below like 40 minutes or 35 minutes, whatever, you're not getting below this barrier. So that's what's happened. How do you fix that? Obviously, what you need to do is just realize you need to put some new stress on your body. You need to progress it in some way, okay? In terms of progressing your training, progressing your nutrition, progressing your recovery in some way to sort of overload your body. So perhaps let's look at running. So perhaps now you're running 3 days a week. Now you need to go to 4 days a week. Perhaps you need to sort of change up your run. Perhaps you need to go a little bit further. Perhaps you need to focus on going at a faster pace. Perhaps you need to do some intervals instead. Perhaps you need to like alternate between walking and running, okay? And not just doing like a constant sort of the same loop, each 3 times a week, okay? You need to mix up, perhaps change a different sort of path, go a different route, okay? All these different things will be a new sort of stimulus, a new stress to your body they'll have to adapt to, and they'll overload it. There's lots of ways, again, like I said, you can look at the training, the actual run itself. Then you can obviously look at perhaps your nutrition, okay? Like sort of perhaps controlling your calories, managing those. Or if you're looking obviously at performance, obviously like fueling yourself better, like really sort of improving those, eating better. So it's going to give you more fuel. And like I said, obviously if you're losing weight, if you're like sort of a stone lighter trying to do the same run, you're going to sort of, by the laws of gravity, you're going to sort of get it better, okay? So it's like any bodyweight movement is going to be better when you lose weight. So then you can look at perhaps recovery as well, like your sleep, like the rest of your stress management, the rest of your lifestyle, okay? If you're sleeping better, longer, your body's able to recover quicker, and sort of it can perform more, and it's ready to go again. It's less aches, less DOMS, your legs aren't as heavy, okay? They don't break down as much, and you can get better better outcomes from your training, okay? And this is what you just have to understand. What your current level has got you to here, has got you to this point, okay? Or whatever, like whatever you're doing has got you here to these results, okay? Like so you've dropped 1 to 2 stone the initial few weeks, few months of running, or you've sliced 5-10 minutes off your run. Now, to get to here and to keep the ball going, to keep the game going, okay? To keep sort of losing weight, to keep sort of it's like bringing your times down. You need to do something different, Okay, you can't just keep running. Like, that's not going to help it. Like I said, you need to do things different. You need to upgrade your standards, okay? You need to raise your thermostat, okay? So that means, like I just talked about, you need to perhaps look at your training. Do I need to train more often? Do I need to train sort of more in once? Do I need to train faster or more intensely? Do I need to change my training? Do I need to sort of change my route, okay? Do I need to like improve my nutrition, okay? Do I need to perhaps like lose weight there? Like just really cut down my calories? Do I need to sort of perhaps improve my sleep, my stress management, my other habits, sort of in terms of drinking and weekends, different things like that? That's having an impact on me. Because if I say I can be more consistent with my body, it can recover, it's less stress, has more energy, I'm going to perform better. So these are all things you need to consider. And like, so whatever you've done now has got you here to get to this level now, to sort of get that sort of lose the next stone, or to sort of like shave another 5 minutes off your run, whatever. Then like I said, you need to do things differently. If you keep doing the same things, you're just going to stay there. You're just going to keep head back yourself against that wall, and it's just going to frustrate you because you need to do something different. Your body's just adapted to it. You need to do something different. You need to sort of increase it like in some way. So, like I said, perhaps it is sort of doing more weight training to sort of like look at your legs because they're breaking down, okay, to strengthen those. Perhaps it's going sort of doing some intervals or some hill sprints. Or just doing sort of like an extra run. Doing it go a little bit longer, or just focusing on the time and the speed of it, whatever, running at a faster pace. In your nutrition, having more veg in your diet, eating less takeaways, having less alcohol, okay, smoking less, doing sort of going to bed earlier, like sort of go to bed like an hour earlier, being more consistent with all those habits like across the week, the whole week, instead of just sort of 3 or 4 days. You do that, you like sort of amend those little variables and you like progress some way. So like perhaps now for the next for June, let's say you go and do, or for the next month, whatever, you sort of you add another session on, you go to extra sessions, you get to bed sort of like before 11 p.m. or half hour earlier, and perhaps you have you crank up to like 3 litres of water a day. You make those 3 changes. And sort of really like your performance will increase then, because you'll be training more, you'll be recovering more as well, and that's how you do it, okay? And just then you do that, and that'll take you to another level, and then you have to sort of you plateau again, and then you have to realise, well, how can I get past this? What's my new standard? What sort of how do I raise my game again? Because like I always do it like myself, just like, how do I keep getting better? How can I sort of improve this? How can I improve that? Okay, how can I reduce this? Whatever, to keep sort of progressing, okay? And that's how it's played, okay? There's no secret things, whatever. It's just, okay, look at what your actions you're taking, and perhaps you need to take bigger and better, different actions to improve it. Hope that helps, gents. Have a great day.